For today's Cyber CEO episode,
I was able to find Bree. She's amazing. She knows that she is very well appreciated, and I thank her so much for the contribution that she brings to my business, and I can't wait to continue to grow, and she's very talented.
welcome to Cyber CEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. Cyber CEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. Another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is Jello. We're back with another episode of Cyber CEO. And of course, we have a very special guest on the show. Quantella, how are you doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much for asking and for being on the show today. I know you have a lot of things to do, so I really appreciate you dropping by. Now, to start things off, to let you know, we have a lot of listeners who are business owners just like yourself, so I need your help. Can you introduce yourself to our audience? Maybe we can start with, what's your role in the business, Quantella?
Well, I am the rainmaker of Quantella K. We are a real estate team in the upstate of South Carolina. We also serve Georgia and the Dominican Republic.
Okay. Now, how long have you been in the business?
8 years.
8 years. So a lot of experience right there. Now, how about working with someone virtual, just like what you're doing with your Cyberbacker? Is this your first time doing it?
It is. It is the first time. I had my apprehensions of, I'm a very hands-on person. So I looked at it before and decided against it, but decided to give it a try, especially through the pandemic, everything really going more virtual, online, Zoom, so on and so forth. So you kind of got used to it. So, yeah.
So how was the transition, though? Because you mentioned you had somewhat of fears going into the virtual world. So how was the transition, though? Working with people in the office now, everything's going a bit more virtual is what you mentioned.
Yeah, the transition wasn't too bad because the pandemic forced us to become more virtual. So there were certain tasks and things where I thought I needed somebody to be right here to do it, and realized because through the pandemic, we couldn't be in the office during certain time periods. So we had to learn how to adjust and adapt and be more virtual. So
yeah, at least something positive came out of a negative, right?
Yeah.
Now, how did you find out about Cyberbacker in the first place?
Another agent had mentioned it to me like 5 years ago. And I did speak with someone, but again, this was pre-pandemic, so didn't really have a whole lot of experience with using virtual systems, Zoom, things like that. So just was apprehensive, and I talked to somebody and just said, no, I'll just hire somebody part-time here. I got an email, I guess, because I was in your database. And I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time to revisit this. So
there we go. And how long have you been working with Cyberbacker now?
My Cyberbacker started around the first week of November. So 30 days
30
in.
days. So very new partnership between you and your Cyberbacker then. Now, we're going to talk more about her later on. But first thing that you had to go through here in Cyberbacker when you signed up was our hiring phase. So how did that experience go for you?
I did like the process. To be able to voice what my needs were. You guys kind of cast the net to find qualified people, brought them before me, and then I was able to select who I thought I might want to work with further. So yeah, it was an easy process.
All right, there, easy process. Now, talk to me about your Cyberbacker then. How did you make the decision that, hey, I want to work with this person, I want to work with this Cyberbacker?
One thing that I have to say that at first I can't even think of the word. I wasn't mad, but I was, I guess, irritated because I selected a Cyberbacker. I had created a folder with logins and everything for him. And then during his, training and trial period, there were certain things that he was not doing that it wasn't, up to Cyberbacker standards. So at first I was like, oh man, I have to start this process all over. But then again, I did actually appreciate that I didn't have to go through the pains of having someone who wasn't doing their job,
Sure.
having to feel like I had to fire them or that type of thing. So that kind of took the stress level out of that. And then I was able to find Bree. She's amazing. She already had some experience with another real estate team.
Mhm.
So it was a very, very quick transition. So enjoyed that part of the process once we got the right person.
Yeah, but so basically, just what happened is everything happens for a reason, and probably that happened so that you can get partnered with Bree. Don't you agree?
Exactly.
Now, how is it going so far, though, working with Bree? Then?
She's great. I actually sent her a message yesterday because gave her a task,
Mhm.
2 tasks, in fact, and she emailed me and said, "Well, when I finish with those tasks, let me know if there's anything else I can do." And I emailed her back and I said, in my head, those tasks were going to take her all day. So I was like, why are you working too fast? Slow down. But she's very helpful, always looking for more tasks. And there's been times where outside of her hours, she'll send me a message or something. And I'm like, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be working. But she's so diligent in wanting to finish whatever that task was. So I really appreciate that dedication.
Right, so a perfect cyberbacker for you and your business. Then, now more about Bree. Then your cyberbacker. What are the tasks, the specific tasks that you leverage off to her every day?
So right now, I actually just changed brokerages. So it's a lot of more like data entry and
Mhm.
and changing things from one system to another. And so she's handling that side of things. I'm also training her to do some of my contract to close tasks. I have a system where I build funnels, sales funnels and
Mhm.
and drip campaigns, things like that. It's a new system that she had never used before, but she's been on YouTube and some of the training videos in that system and designed websites and things for me. So she's very talented.
Very, very talented cyberbacker right there. Now, I know it's a new partnership, month in with your cyberbacker, but I'm excited to know though, within the next 6 months from today, do you have any new tasks or new things that you want her to do in the future?
So I actually just hired a operations manager.
Mhm.
Me being the rainmaker, the handshaker, baby kisser. So I need to focus more so on those things. But the operation side of things, I want to hand those tasks off so I can do what I do best. So with that being said, me and my operations person have been talking weekly and kind of
Mhm.
looking at the operations and how things are going on the team. I'm hiring some new agents. So I say all that to say, I'm sure there will be other tasks and other things that will develop for her to do. And I have no doubt in my mind that she won't be able to pick those up very quickly. But what exactly they are, I'm not sure because we're still kind of building out our SOPs
Mhm.
at this point.
Yeah, but a lot of exciting stuff. Imagine you've only been working together for a month and you've already had a great experience. Imagine what you can do in a year, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, again, talk to me about the partnership that you have. It's your first time working with someone virtual. How did you go about that? Do you have any tips that you can share for other first-time business owners working with someone who's virtual?
I would say just I know the first maybe week I
Mhm.
felt bad because I was out of town at a company convention. So like her first week, I really wasn't even here to really spend time with her and explain to her what I really needed or wanted.
Mhm.
So if nothing else, for me it was timing because technically the other cyberbacker that I hired first should have already been through that process and should have already had their first week. So
Sure.
it kind of threw me off with timing. So that definitely was not planned that way. But my advice would be if you're hiring a virtual assistant to take time to spend time with them so they can understand exactly what you expect of them and be able to show them. That way, it can be a more successful relationship because they can't read your mind. So you want to spend time with them and communicate with them so they understand exactly what you need.
Yeah, I think it's the same as building a relationship with someone who's in the office too. Just building on it, talking to them, spending time with them, getting to know them. Because even if they're virtual, your cyberbacker is virtual. They're still a human being, right?
Absolutely. She knows that she is very well appreciated. And I thank her so much for the contribution that she brings to my business. And I can't wait to continue to grow in 2023.
There we go. Now, we are very, very excited for the growth of this partnership, of course, for the next couple of months. And again, Quantella, thank you very much for dropping by today. I had fun talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of Cyber CEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.